Hello, curious minds, and welcome back to EverCurious. Today, we're re-diving deep into one of the biggest what-ifs humanity has ever asked. Do aliens already live among us? It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but hold on. Before you dismiss it, let's journey together through history, science, and speculation. By the end, you'll have a clearer picture. Is this just a fantasy, or is there a genuine possibility we've been sharing our planet with extraterrestrials all along?
EverCurious, learn what you love.
Let's start with how this incredible idea even captured the public imagination. It really took off in the mid-20th century, when reports of flying saucers exploded into public consciousness. Governments took notice. From 1947 to 1969, the US Air Force ran Project Blue Book, collecting over 12,000 UFO reports. Of those, 701 remained stubbornly unidentified. Over time, the stories evolved. It wasn't just about strange lights in the sky anymore. It was about alien beings walking among us, perfectly disguised as humans or hiding in secret underground bases. This brings us to a fascinating idea called the Cryptoterrestrial hypothesis, that advanced beings could be living right here on Earth, in hidden realms just beyond our perception. So, let's explore some of the most compelling arguments, both for and against this mind-bending possibility. Some researchers suggest that aliens might not be an obvious spacecraft. Instead, they could be blending into society as humans or living in secluded environments like deep caves, undiscovered underground cities, or maybe even inside the moon. In 2024, a controversial paper from Harvard's Human Flourishing program even speculated on this, proposing that UFOs, or UAPs, might be evidence of these hidden extraterrestrials interacting with our surface world. The core idea is this: if a civilization is truly advanced, they might have mastered camouflage, infiltration, or they might exist in a parallel dimension that's completely invisible to us. Then there are the UFO sightings themselves. Some of them just resist any conventional explanation, even with radar data, pilot reports, and clear imaging. The famous Cometa report from France analyzed numerous UFO incidents and concluded that some of these unknown flying objects demonstrated performance capabilities far beyond anything humans have built. Historians also point out that, while about 95% of UFO reports can be explained away as whether a conventional aircraft or simple misperception, there's a small but persistent fraction that remains a complete mystery. Proponents argue that if even a tiny fraction of these sightings defies explanation, we can't just dismiss the possibility of an alien presence. Many scientists also believe that intelligent life is probably out there somewhere in the vast cosmos. A 2025 study showed that about 67% of scientists think complex extraterrestrial life likely exists, and 58% believe intelligent life is probable. If life is common in the universe, why would Earth, a planet teeming with resources and diverse life, be completely off? Some theories, like the zoo hypothesis, suggest that advanced aliens might be intentionally staying hidden to avoid interfering with our development, quietly observing us from the sidelines. When you combine these unresolved anomalies with the statistical likelihood of life elsewhere, the idea that some aliens are already here becomes incredibly tantalizing. Of course, extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. So, let's look at the strong pushbacks from the scientific community. To date, there is absolutely zero scientifically accepted evidence of aliens living among us. We have no recovered bodies, no alien artifacts, no undeniable technological fingerprints. NASA is clear on this. While UAPs are interesting and worth studying, there's simply no data strong enough to link them to extraterrestrials. In 2024, a major Pentagon review by the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office examined decades of UAP data and found no evidence that any of them were extraterrestrial in origin. The report was blunt. No signs of recovered alien bodies. No technology reverse engineered from alien craft in short. No smoking gun. Furthermore, many UFO sightings can be traced back to simple misidentification. We see aircraft, drones, atmospheric phenomena, or even optical illusions, and our brains try to make sense of them. The human brain is hardwired to find patterns and meaning, even where there are none. We see faces in clouds and hear voices in static. In the same way, we interpret ambiguous shapes in the sky as something extraterrestrial. A lot of the so-called evidence is based on low quality, blurry images, or videos that can easily mislead even the most careful observer. The Cryptoterrestrial hypothesis itself is purely speculative. It's more of a philosophical thought experiment than a grounded scientific theory. Skeptics argue that, without concrete proof, the idea that aliens live among us remains just that an idea. But let me offer a possible middle road. Not wild speculation, but a reasoned scenario. Imagine an alien civilization that's millions of years older than ours, with technology far beyond our comprehension. If they wanted to observe us, they would likely be masters of stealth. They could use cloaking, quantum technology, or live in unobserved niches like the deep oceans, vast subterranean cave systems, or even inside the Earth's crust. This idea overlaps with the cryptoterrestrial hypothesis. However, being hidden almost all the time means they would rarely interact with us directly. That could be why we only see fleeting glimpses of strange lights, weird radar blips, fleeting shadows. If this were true, their presence would be lone-packed and subtle, almost like quiet guests in a huge, shared house. The anomalies we do see, the UAPs, the odd radar signals, might just be their probes, scouting missions, or even accidental reveals of their technology. Many of humanity's more dramatic stories like alien abductions, hybrids, and shadow figures could be our own psychological interpretations, or folklore layered on top of these brief, misunderstood encounters. But the core problem remains until we get indisputable proof, like DNA samples, physical artifacts, clear imaging, or official confirmation from a trusted scientific body. The entire hypothesis remains unverified. So, where does that leave us? We're floating in the space between maybe and not proven yet. Do aliens already live among us? We don't have a definitive answer, but the question is no longer just a joke. Governments are studying UAPs, serious scientists are analyzing the anomalies, and theories like the cryptoterrestrial hypothesis are inviting us to think deeper. It's certainly plausible that undiscovered animals, bacteria, or microbial life exists here on Earth. But intelligent extraterrestrials seamlessly integrated into human society. For now, that remains in the realm of speculation. What I want you to take away from this is the importance of keeping an open but critical mind. Be curious, always question your sources, and demand strong evidence for big claims. If you enjoyed this exploration, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the unknown. And please, tell me in the comments below, do you believe aliens live among us? Yes, no, or maybe, and why? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay ever curious.